Hello everybody, welcome back to Nate the Boss YT, and in today's video we're doing a week-long weather forecast. So let's just get into it, and yeah. So for the 6 to 10 day outlooks for the Climate Prediction Center by NOAA, for the temperature outlook, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, basically all the Gulf and South Atlantic states, including Arizona and New Mexico. Well, mainly just New Mexico. Florida's going to be highly above average, hitting 90 to 100% above their week average for this week coming up. So, while most of Georgia, Alabama, South Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and South North Carolina will be we'll be seeing anywhere from 70 to 80. 70 to 90 above average temps, as well as South Texas. Now, as you can see, it starts getting more into a yellowish. That just means it's going down for less above average temperatures. Alaska and Hawaii have got above average temperatures. Then again, it's Hawaii. What do you expect? So, but then as you can see, there is a big cold air mass hovering over the Rockies that will try to push down into states like Kansas, Colorado, Missouri, and Illinois. Those states that I just mentioned will have a 40 to 70% below. No, sorry, 30 to 50% below average temperatures, while the Rocky states like Wyoming, Oregon, Idaho, Washington, and Montana are almost 90 to 100% below average. Looking back over at 8 to 14 day, that air mass will definitely push into southern states like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and all the southern states. But it kind of starts cutting off right at about Alabama and Georgia, like the northern state part of those states, as well as North Carolina and South Carolina. It cuts off right around there with temperatures being near normal, if not a little bit above average. Then as you get closer to Florida, it's above average. It's Florida. Now, precipitation outlook for 6 to 10 day. Let me take a look at this. Is above, a little bit above average with 50 to 60, possibly up to 70 across the Ohio Valley, stretching from Memphis, Tennessee, up to Skyroos. I think I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Up to like Skyroos, New York. I think is where that's at. It's stretching up to the New York-Pennsylvania line there. Now the lighter green surrounding that is a 40 to 50 above average precipitation, and anywhere that's like gray is near normal or average. And of course, it's gonna be a bit weird this year because temperatures are kind of going back and forth, so it's kind of making it hard for people to really predict, especially me. Now moving on to your 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook from the CPC. This was updated actually today, I believe a few minutes ago, as recording this, which is probably like an hour or two ago for y'all. We have a high chance for above 50% precipitation. Not a high chance, but it's like around 50 to 70% chance over all of Tennessee, almost all of Kentucky, and northern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, East North Carolina, parts of West Virginia and Virginia, and like I said, almost all of Kentucky as well. Now, again, these are subject to change, but because they're so close to the 14-day max, it probably will change a little bit from here to now, from here to then, but I highly doubt it, because normally when you've got that big of a gap between above from near normal to averagings. Likely and above normally means it's a little bit more confident. Then stretching over from Utah, going down through the south, the deep south, reaching all the way up to New Hampshire, is a 40 to 50%, as well as a little bit in Montana, which I'm assuming is going to be mostly snow. Yeah, mostly snow there. Now, your 1 month outlook has not been updated in a few days, but it was updated at the 31st of last month, which is like 3 days ago. So I guess we can go ahead and do it. South Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida have a 60 to 70, even up to 80% chance for above average temps, while Texas is ranging between 40 and 60, as well as South New Mexico. East Tennessee will be seeing 50 to 70, roughly, more like 50, 60, but up to 70 at times above average temps, while the rest of Tennessee and most deep south is going to be seeing 40s to 50s to 60s up above average. Now, when I say above average, I mean like above monthly or weekly temps that have been recorded over the history dates, times in history. So, looking at your monthly precipitation outlook, which updated on the same day, stretching from almost down into Memphis, like right around St. Louis, you have actually just a little bit southeast of St. Louis, you have a 60 to 70% chance above average precipitation, stretching all the way up there into the higher population side of Canada. Surrounding that is a 40 to 60, and surrounding that is a 33 to 40. Florida and South Texas and South New Mexico will be seeing below normal precipitation by about 40 to 50% in some areas. While the West Coast is supposed to get slammed with some heavy precipitation next for this month of February. It's expected that they will be seeing anywhere from 60 to even up to 80 and 90% above average, which, if y'all recall from last year, California, which this includes, if you like cut California north and south, it includes California all the way up through into not Vermont, what's that name? Seattle and like Vancouver Island. Now, if y'all remember, the whole entire state of California, especially the southern part, just about a week or two ago had some heavy flooding, and about a year before that, you had heavy storms that were battering the coast, which also led to heavy flooding. So, um, not only just that, but now looking over at our pivotal weather 48-hour forecast for tornadoes or anything to do with severe weather. Currently looking at Supercell Composite. There seems to be no. Okay, I take that back. Okay, I take that back. So I'm currently looking at which y'all can't see this because I'm not actually recording this, but about 60 hours from now, we will have humidity. How high? Humidity about around 100% over most of the deep south, even up into Chicago regions. 6 hours from then, so 66 hours roughly from now, we could start seeing some snow in Pennsylvania start forming, as well as ice and rain below that, and freezing rain above that in South Iowa, Northeast Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, possibly North Kentucky, which that will be going into 45 hours out. Then that freezing rain and ice will start going into like the Port Huron and Cleveland and all those cities up there by Ohio and Michigan, accompanied with some snow, then freezing rain, ice and freezing rain. And then all the way out to the max, which is 84 hours out right now for the NAM, It's going to be freezing rain mixed with ice that will be and snow before the ice and freezing rain that will be mixed into a whole huge winter storm that will be covering over Pennsylvania, New York, and the New England region. Um, that's all we have the good data for. So if y'all have any other questions, leave me down in the comments below, and I will be happy to reply to them. That's it for Nate the Boss YT today, guys. I hope you all found this helpful. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.